Oh, good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing this morning? Third cup of coffee, and this will be my last one, maybe till this afternoon. Yesterday, Miss Linda and I, as you've seen, we spent the day on the bike. Got the brakes bled. There will probably be a video coming out on that, and we ended up going to the dealership, getting my oil changed and filter. I still have one more oil change left on my service plan. And then we went up to Northwest Missouri, and I hit a pretty good sized bump or hole on the interstate and developed a exhaust leak. I think it's on this right side. I think the clamp just slipped, or the slip-on just slipped back just a hair, and it's just, you could barely hear it. But it was frustrating, irritating. Tried to fix it up there. I thought it was a different clamp at first, and then we took off again, and yeah, it was still there. Yeah, I'll probably have a video coming out on that if I can get it edited and all that stuff. But today, I'm gonna be spending a lot of my time on the lawnmower. The wind's blowing pretty good. We had some showers that missed us, and so the wind's blowing, kind of trying to dry out the grass. So another thing is, on the way home, coming across the back road, it was dark, and I hit another, it wasn't a pothole, I hit another hole, and I didn't see it in time, and I really wasn't going that fast, and it kind of jarred her a little bit. But talked to my service rep up at the dealership, and he's got two, I think he's got two bikes, and one of his bikes he runs the progressive suspension on the rear, and they have 3 different grades, I believe. I have to get on the website, take a look, but they're adjustable and whatnot. But he recommended those to me in the past. But today's Father's Day, and it kind of makes me think about stuff, like when I was growing up as a kid. Some of you might know that I say I grew up on both sides of the fence. When I was 9 years old, 4th grade, my parents split up, and luckily I was within bike riding distance of the farm that my dad was farming. My grandfather, his dad, retired, and my dad moved on to that farm, the home farm I call it, and farmed. And a lot of the times my best friend, my brother from another mother, would come with me up there to the farm and help do chores, whatnot. And my dad passed, gosh, I don't even remember what year it was. It's probably been 4 years, something like that. Back in 2020, I believe. But my dad wasn't very, how you say, praise. You know, he didn't praise a lot. He didn't, you know, say, hey, good job, you know, thanks a lot, whatever. And that probably stems from back when he was a kid. It was just expected of you to do your chores, do your schoolwork, and I think he had, sorry about that. I've got a cottonwood tree out here that's throwing cotton in the wind, right? So anyway, I think my dad had a lot of demons in his head from when he was growing up. I don't know particulars. I do know that my grandmother, his mother, passed away when I was just a baby of cancer. And the thing about me as a child going out there and working, I kind of figured out that, you know, I was kind of looking for his approval and his praise. I moved to Kansas City, the Kansas City area, when I was 18 years old. Now, from 4th grade on till I was 16 years old, I rebelled a lot. No fault of anybody but my own. I know probably my mother probably blames herself for some stuff, but you know, it wasn't your fault, Mom. She did her best. I mean, she really did. She took care of me. She made sure I had clothes on my back, food on my belly, and I know she worried a lot every night about me. I moved out when I was 16 years old, moved in with Buddy and his mother, and when I was 18 years old, moved to Kansas City with my girlfriend, first wife, because she was pregnant, and then we lost a child 5 months into the pregnancy after we were married. But we stayed married for 3 years, I think it was. But when that happened, of, you know, me being 18 years old, learning that I was going to be a dad, a father, I wanted to do everything better than what my dad did. And in a way, I kind of think, well, that was taken away from me, you know. But I have a little, I don't know, but I don't really blame myself. I kind of was really ticked off at the man upstairs for taking that away. But everything happens for a reason. But have I had father figures in my life? Oh yeah. When I was a child, when I was a kid, my grandmother and grandfather would take me camping, fishing. My mom's dad and I, when I was 15, 14, he had a Ford pickup with a camper shell on the back that had a door on it, and we took camping supplies and we headed for the Black Hills from Quad Cities. And that's the best memories that I have. That was a good time. I can remember going through, I believe it was Iron Mountain, and he actually had me get out of the truck, you know, where you thread the needle on Iron Mountain or Needles Highway, whichever one it is. and have me watch the sides and the top of the camper shell to make sure we would not hit, And then another memory I have, we camped out. We were going on a dirt road to go set up camp, and here's a bison in the middle of the road. And it was just a dirt sandy road, and I said, well, honk the horn at him, Grandpa. He's, no, I don't want him turning around and hit, ramming the front of the truck. And we set up camp. We had one of them pole tents, and we went into town. I don't even remember where it was, to tell you the truth. I wish I knew where those locations were that we went to. We went into town and got something to eat, and then we came back and our tent was gone. The wind blew it down the hill, probably about 50 foot, something like that. But I think it was about a week or two trip, week and a half trip that we took, and we basically ate cheeseburgers, and I would cook pork and beans on the camp stove. And it was a good time. He was something else, but he was more of a father figure to me than my dad. And I can remember riding my bicycle in town and riding down the alley and seeing the garage door open. I would stop in and visit with my grandfather for a while. He had an air compressor if I wanted my tire aired up on my bicycle and all that stuff. But yeah, and later in life we do have father figures. You've seen him in the chat, probably in the comments. Bob is his name. He is my mother's husband. They've been married 27, 29 years. I don't know. Time flies, when you're having fun. But they would come down 10, 15 years ago, and I had a little duplex in town, and help me. He'd always bring something to put together or something like that. I've got a little tool cart here that I keep all my electrical stuff in, and he brought that down one year for my birthday. He said him and his buddies put it together before he brought it down, and they just had a great time putting it together for me. So the younger generation nowadays, it seems like they don't spend as much time with their parents or grandparents. Just like say the kids are having kids, they could be within 5 miles of the house here and not even call or stop by or anything like that or whatever. But I can remember as a kid, my mother, we would stop by just for a visit. Sit outside underneath the tree or whatever and visit and see what's going on or whatever. But back to my dad, I was always wanting approval, praise, and I always tried to do the best I could, whether it be mowing grass, working in the fields, shoveling manure, mowing, it didn't matter what I was doing. I was always wanting a praise and approval. And so my point is, if you're a father, on this Father's Day, and if you're a child or a kid or young adult, don't be afraid to reach out. Tell them those 3 words. And vice versa. I love each and every one of my kids and stuff like that. And do I have biological kids? No, I don't. But I do have kids. And I'm very, very proud of each and every one of them. I don't get to talk to them as much. Life is busy. I drive a truck. I work 10, 12, 14 hours a day. I try to reach out to them. And I am very, very proud of them and love each and every one of them the same. But if you're a new father, always give your kids the love and stuff. And if you're a kid that didn't have that, you know, when you're growing up, like I didn't, you know, I'm with you. I'm with you. Sometimes late in life, you know, if you're a dad and you're not like that, you probably, deep down inside, I think that in their heart that they, you know, they think about stuff. I was with my dad the last breath he took. And I truly believe that when I saw him before and he was still coherent, I got his approval. I know he was proud of me. So, yeah. Anyway, that's just some thoughts for the day. I'm sorry to bore you for almost 18 minutes now. But if you're a dad, happy Father's Day. If you're in touch with your father, reach out to him. If you know where he is, if you haven't talked to him for a couple of weeks, reach out to him. Even if he's not a biological dad to you or a father. It's Father's Day, guys, you know? And if you have a father figure in your life, take the time to say, hey, happy Father's Day, even though he's not your dad. Stop by for a visit. And I'm proud of each and every one of my kids. I'm very, very proud of all of them. I'm proud of Linda's kids. And so, anyway. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get busy on this grass cutter here. Maybe later on this afternoon, I'll jack the bike up and get this exhaust leak fixed and all that good stuff. So, stay out of trouble. Say hi to a stranger. Say hi to your dad. Thank a veteran. We'll see you on the next one. Oh, and wave at a police officer. All right. We'll talk to you later. Say bye. Love y'all.